The other day when I was doing a bunch of these videos, actually it was a week ago, the one video that didn't take, and I'm probably going to keep double checking this darn thing to make sure the stupid thing doesn't shut off on me. Anyway, the one video out of all of it, the reaming, that didn't come out. And so anyway, I'm finally back to the point where I'm ready to do this. So I've got this sized to where I can, I'm still a hair big. Let's, I'm trying a different reamer. This is the first one I used last time. Now this is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blade. This is a 6 blade. This one I bought offline. It's 25, 30 seconds to 27, 30 seconds. But the blade's looking a little dull on that stuff. Now this is a Harbor Freight one. Comes in a kit. Let's see, the kit is it's an 11 piece, 02239937. So anyway, the whole kit's fairly cheap. Oh, I didn't get it from Harbor Freight. It's either from MSC or Enco. Anyway, it's a 6 blade. So with a 6 blade, I can actually measure across the blades. And this is coming up at 0.788, which is 10 thousandths less than my biggest target. Since I want to sneak up on it, I want to, and I'll try to, I know I've got the framed fairly tight there, so I'm going to try to keep keep it in the frame there. So let's see here. Anyway, let's we're going to loosen this up. We want the blades to go toward the end there. Okay. Now, if you loosen it up too much, the blades will just fall out. These knife blades. Let me. They ride in a tapered track, and it's a tapered blade. And that way, as it pushes forward and back, it rises up and down in there. So. Anyway, so when you move it like that, you also want to make sure that you get these seated in good, so you don't have a wild one sticking up. So we just want to snug it back down just a little bit. I don't want to reef on it because I don't want the blades to bow in the middle or anything like that. So let's see, I'm just going to shove it in here. Yeah, see, there's some resistance there. That means I'm going to cut. And that's good, but I can get it in and get it started. So that's another point, that another thing I'm looking for there. So let's put it back in the calipers. I'm down closer to 0.781, which is 3 thousandths over my minimum. The pin I'm going to put in here, let's just see here. The pin I'm putting in is 0.787. 0.787. 0.787. That's just a hair under my minimum. But anyway, it's still a good bit bigger than what I'm reaming here. This is 0.781, so I've got at least 6 thousandths there to expand this and cut this. So anyway, I also have, yay, it's still recording. This is a 12 point, okay, and it bites in there just fine. I don't know what size it is. It'll probably vary. It's a 12 millimeter. Anyway, what I did was I just went to all the 12 point sockets and found the one that fit the closest. It's not a high torque situation, so I'm really not too worried about it slipping or anything like that. So I'm going to take some cutting fluid. Man. I'm going to take a little cutting fluid here, and I'm going to put, since this is the first time this one is being used, I'm going to put quite a bit of cutting oil on. The reason being is at least for my thought process, I want I want fluid down in all the cracks and stuff like that, so to help keep some of the brass debris out of there, so I don't have to worry about cleaning it and stuff like that too much. So anyway, let's put a little bit. I hate oil and all that kind of crap dripping all over the shop. So I got a newspaper down on the floor there. So let's get started here. Okay. Now I want to try to get it in as straight as possible. Now in the first one here, it's nearly impossible to do that. If I took the size down and tried to run it into here, and then crank the size up, the distance in here isn't enough. You can see that wouldn't work. I'd still be stuck in the other one. So I don't have any choice but to start honing the first one. And you want a little bit of forward pressure. Not a great deal. This first cut's just basically to see where we're at. Now when I get to the second one there, let's put a little more there. I can try to keep it centered in this hole. You know, I can kind of use that as a guide. And these cutters are definitely sharper than that other worn out one. So, okay, there's my first pass. We'll see how that turns out. We'll clean up some of the crap off of there. I know I should be way too small on the hole, but let's take a test fit anyway. Yeah, it wants to start, but still not going in there. So let's take a reading here real quick. And when you do take the reading, you want to make sure that you're not in one of the grooves, one of the grease grooves in there. Okay. We're going to wiggle it around. Okay, I'm going to wiggle it around until I find the biggest reading, and it's actually 0.787. Maybe just a hair more. 0.787, which is, yeah, exactly what this is. Now, we want a little bit of clearance. What was the clearance? I don't have the book out anymore, do I? Well, rather than burning up video time, let's, what we're going to do here is we're going to loosen this up a little. I'm going to bring it this way just a little bit. Okay. Let's push the blades back down. Make sure they're still nice and tight. Let's down in there. Let's snug that up just a little bit. Put the ratchet back on it. Yay, we're still recording. Let's put some cutting fluid on it. You can tell I start getting impatient. Some of the chatter is because I measured all the pairs of the blades, and you know, hey, it's a cheap Chinese set of reams, and there's about a 3/1000ths difference between a couple of the pairs, so that doesn't bode well for a for them, but anyway, the other one, the other ream, basically same deal. It even the other, wow, man, can't maintain the thought process.